Welcome back to KTN Prime. We continue with our deliberations right here in studio. I'm joined by Onesmus Ngogoyo, who's a Kajiado North Member of Parliament. Just to inform you, we were expecting Didmas Barasa, the Kimilili Member of Parliament, but he's a no-show. According to sources, he fell sick, so the show must go on. Anyway, we wish him all the best.
Wish him quick recovery.
Quick recovery,
but he
definitely.
should say where he is. I can pass by.
I sense some... Anyway, let's talk politics. The party launch was last week, DCP, and of course, Rigathi Gachagua spoke big about what the party intends to achieve and whatnot. But looking at the reactions after the unveiling, it wasn't a launch. After the unveiling, most of the critics are pointing the party as simply a regional party, a tribal party. At the end of the day, they say that it's not enough to have officials from all parts of the country to shake off that tag of being a Mount Kenya first political party. Well, what do you tell the critics?
The DCP party, whose party leader is Rigathi Gachagua, and deputized by Cleophas Malala, with good leadership representation from the whole country. First of all, there's no party registered as a party from a region. One of the qualifications for registration, it must not be a regional party. For it to qualify for registration, it must not be a regional party. It must be a national party. And even in the membership, it must be seen to reflect the face of the country. But most importantly, every party must have a stronghold. Raila has a majority of his members of parliament from the Luo Nyanza region. A majority of them are from that region. Kalonzo Musyoka has a political party, a national political party, but a majority of his members are from the Ukambani region. Just slightly before our engagement with President William Ruto in Jubilee, he had a party called URP. It was full of members from the Kalenjin community. It was not an issue. But because they know the force that Rigathi Gachagua comes with, that is why they have issues with the political party, and they would want to paint it as a political party from a region. But I can tell you, from the estimation that analysts are giving out, that this party will have more members of parliament from different regions of the country than the region they think, which is Central Kenya. This is a political party whose, from even its face, you can tell, reflects the reality of Kenya today. Young people, not big names as you would expect, maybe just a few who are known, the rest not people who are known. And that's the Kenya we have today, that, anybody could lead. And you saw the vice chair of that political party. I think I admire the political party. It's different from our UDA. So different, you can tell, you can be something from that political party. Okay, we started well with the hustler narrative, but I think along the way, I don't know what confused us. Probably there must have been something that did not go as planned. Okay. And of course, we became broad-based, so we are broad-based from all dimensions. So the president goes to ODM, and us, we also relate with other friends, like the DCP party.
Tell me this, have you received any disciplinary summons?
Disciplinary summon?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, the party that sponsored you to parliament is UDA, and you seem to be prescribing or aligning with the ideals of a different party, a newly launched party that will rival UDA.
President William Ruto is also aligning to the ODM party. We were not part of, we didn't have a coalition agreement with the ODM party. He has not received disciplinary action. Likewise, I can only be disciplined by the people of Kajiado North. That's where I come from. Those are the people who elected me. And the same way the president is broad-based, we're also broad-based. We talk to DAP, we talk to Wiper. Likewise, he's also talking to ODM. He's engaging Moses Kuria political party, small parties. We're also engaging other big parties in the like manner. So because our future probably will be different from our present. And I can tell you where we are going. The way we think and from how we have seen government will have different engagements going forward, and they will determine the decision we'll make in the future. But as far as I'm concerned, I will not be among those who will elect President William Ruto as president again.
Then there are over 90 registered parties in Kenya. What makes DCP different from where you sit? Because at the end of the day, there's usually criticism that these parties are simply special purpose vehicles to perhaps negotiate for positions and power. That's it, no ideals. What do you say about that?
The difference will be that this party, unlike, and like you say, there are about 94 political parties. I think DCP, according to the registrar, is the last political party to be registered in this country with the full certificate of registration. What I see will be different is the philosophy that this party will have. That, I think, will be the difference. Number two, most of the political parties in Kenya are led by individuals. So you find if you disagree with the president, like this, I think the senator, I don't know, I had a name there.
Yes.
Yeah, so that when you disagree with somebody, people will feel that you don't deserve to be there. And remember, political parties are channels of democracy. We can disagree in a political party. We should actually disagree in a political party. Ideas cannot be one way. And that's why when we say that we brought in the wrong presidential candidate, given a chance, we could bring another presidential candidate. That's how political parties operate world over. Actually, in modern democracies, you don't have to agree with your presidential candidate. People have preference. Trump was not the preference of everybody in his party. But when he became the candidate, we all went for him. Come another election, even while he was president and he vied again, there are some who said no to him. That is the essence of democracy, that we could disagree. And probably some of his policies, his ideals, his ideologies, things they think about will be different. Now the DCP party is not a party led by Rigathi Gachagua. Up to date, it has a deputy party leader. It has people ranking in different positions, not people known to everyone. People who can bring in freshness, graduates, you know, people who have ideas. People, I'm even told, because I didn't sit there, they will be coming up with their own manifesto to sell. And remember, this country and elections are about issues. Why today some of us believe William Ruto must go and must not be elected in 2027 is because he has not kept to his promise. He said he will provide a good healthcare system. He has failed. He said he will sort out the issue of university funding. Failed miserably. And there are a number of things that you can count. I saw, I don't know whether it's today, there was something in Mukuru. Yeah, that's a project that President Uhuru Kenyatta commissioned. The whole world knows. He went there every once in a while, not with a convoy, on his own to look at that project. He even told the people of Mukuru that I want one day, when we build these houses, the houses that you live in, you will live them, but I will provide you with houses. And I think today, long live Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Because the people of Mukuru have gotten into, you know, though a few of them, but in the houses that were planned. And, you know, the plan was not hoodwinked in between there. And therefore, I believe that given a chance, the young people there, the people who are actually the founder members of that party, I think we are waiting to see what they will come up with. Because remember, a party must have a rallying call. It must look towards something, and because it's the new kid in the block, we're all looking towards. But I really like their symbol. It's a very interesting one.
Okay.
Yeah.
The mantra and all that.
Yeah, and listening to the ground.
Okay.
Very interesting. Unlike our, wheelbarrow, a bit different, you know.
Interesting. Be cautious. I'm sure your party officials are watching. Anyway, let's finalize. There's something about IEBC nominees, and the High Court on Monday halted the planned vetting of the nominees for chairperson and members of the Electoral Commission. And just today, the Electoral Commission at the Supreme Court warned that failing to review electoral boundaries ahead of the 2027 election could render the polls illegal, casting a shadow over their legitimacy. What's your take on these temporary orders? Just briefly, we can't canvass it fully. Are these orders running contrary to public interest? Since JLAC was already seized of the matter, is judiciary interfering with the happenings and the runnings of a different arm of government to which you belong, the legislature?
I think the judiciary is an arm of government, entitled to such privileges. Injunctions are normal things in day-to-day society. My only worry is I am a firm believer that we should have the IEBC. The people of Banisa for 2 years or so have not had a member of parliament. The people of Malava do not have a member of parliament. The people of Magarini are due for a by-election after the member of parliament, after the election was nullified. Yeah. We have about 20 MCAs, 19 or 20, whose seat have become vacant for one reason or the other. In a democratic space, it is dangerous when there are such vacancies. You can imagine there's been no CDF disbursement and bursary in Banisa for 2 years. It means there are people who probably will not get something that would have made their today or tomorrow become better. Okay. But my personal take, let's have the IEBC. Personally, I have no problem with the individuals and the nominees who are there. The president could even nominate Oscar Sudi, no problem. The election of 2027 shall be determined at the polling station. Whoever is the chairman, whoever is the secretariat, I mean, we have no business with them. Okay. The only thing they have to do is to operate within the constitution. They have to do what is right. The country depends on them to do what is right. But, you know, even if you got your friends into IEBC, I can tell you the election is determined at the polling station, and the result at the polling station is final, according to the Supreme Court. And therefore, that, you know, no matter who comes in, I mean, even if it was Oscar Sudi, they will still announce the winner of the election at the civic, the ward level, the parliamentary, the county, and, you know, 2027. And because some of us believe that William Ruto will serve for one term, we believe no matter what the IEBC will be there, the winner of the election, who shall not be William Ruto according to us, shall be declared. Because it is an IEBC, it is an independent institution. So whoever becomes there, I think, is not an issue. I'll be among those who will vote to get the IEBC in place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's see how it plays out in Parliament and the corridors of justice with those temporary orders. But asante sana for your time. That's all we could canvass, bearing in mind it's just the two of us in studio. If we were more, it would have been merrier. But the show must go on, as they say. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Onesmus Ngogoyo is the Member of Parliament for Kajiado North. That's how we wrap up tonight's edition of KTN Prime. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're adequately informed. My name is Jesse Rogers. On behalf of the entire team, including Ashley Mazuri, we say good evening. Enjoy the rest of your viewing.